Anyway, what time do we call this?
No. Well, just a minute, right? I've been at the beginning of these shows, right? People have been saying stuff to me.
Go on. Sorry, I was getting a message to tell me that I'm on.
Yeah.
And I'm now getting another one to tell me that I'm live. Go on, you're getting messages on the beginning of what?
No, what I'm saying is you need to like really in a bit. You know, you've been back chatting me a bit. You know, at the start of these shows, you need to really innovate, mate. Honestly, it's just I know you don't like. You're a bit of an anarchist. And you don't like government and stuff like that. But you've got to realise I'm a floating head.
Yeah, but what? But what time do you call this? Eh?
It's 11 minutes past. Should we go for it?
You better press the ETH button then.
I'll press the ETH button.
Go on then. Good evening and welcome to Raconteurs News. I thought I'd do that bit because I didn't know if you could hear it or not.
It went well for me. It went straight away from the start. Yeah, it was fucking amazing.
Why are you a floating head?
Well, I was supposed to be because of this black T-shirt. Well, this black T-shirt's not black, is it? I thought I got a black T-shirt, but I haven't. It's like you remember that advert from years ago when you boys, you're charcoal. The advert, remember the advert? They were supposed to be
It's a good job you haven't got a box of chocolates.
Yeah, so I will go. You carry on, Nate. It's as much your show as it is mine. So do the introduction. Let's go for it.
Hello, welcome to Raconteurs. Wait, is it an after dark? Is it dark out? I guess it is just about, isn't it? We're kind of a bit early for an after dark and a bit sober. But we're also kind of yeah. Anyway, I just want to pick up on some of what was in the chat room earlier. And for some reason, my YouTube thing doesn't really keep up. So I'm just going to have to reset it and everything. But what I have noticed is with the internet, every single time I come to my Chromebook, which is just, and I've not touched it for only a few minutes, I have to fucking completely log out and log back in again before it'll do anything. So there's definitely something going on with the internet, without a doubt.
Oh yeah, of course there is. There's loads of stuff going on with internet, man. I mean, for fuck's sake.
Somebody's just put a really good comment.
Can they?
This is probably the best comment I've read in the chat room for a long time. Jason, you look like Holly off Red Dwarf.
There you go. That's what I was going for.
Actually, he does, doesn't he?
And Ollie were a bloke, and I never really watched Red Dwarf, but Ollie were a bloke at one point, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. He was. Yeah. I forget his name.
Yeah. Anyway, let's say hello to everyone who's in the chat room. Sci-Hop, Ali, Cat, George, Owen over there in Portugal. I think he's over there in Portugal still. Matt Caddy, Dinny as well. Lion's Share. He says they say that their internet has been slow. So yeah, we get a warning when I set up one of these. In fact, I should take a screenshot of it at one time, and what it says is that because of the amount of since the COVID virus thing happened, that there were so many people using Facebook Live to get in touch with each other and shit like that, and YouTube, and that people were going to may have problems. So
but that actually doesn't make any fucking sense, does it? Because they'd only be at work doing the same thing.
Well, yeah, I know it's fucking stupid, isn't it? I mean, it is stupid. Yeah, you're right. They'd be at work doing the same thing, but then again, there's a lot of people working from home, and my missus had to have we're cut down to being able to use a RAS, which allows her to get onto the database that she needs to get onto. And she were only allowed to use it between 10 and 11 and 3 and 4. at one point. That was last week. I don't know what it is now.
Mad. I just want to pick up on something off the website, off the chat room. I'm echoing. Why am I echoing?
Oh.
Line share, been watching the 1985 RAC Rally all day with each day's progress. Fantastic trip down memory lane. The reason I've mentioned that is I can't remember the year, but it was the year that the RAC Rally, as it was then, started in the first stage was in Scunthorpe, and it started around Normanby Hall. Around Normanby Hall, which is
nothing
where I was
ever
born.
started in fucking Scunthorpe before, apart from fucking chlamydia. Go on, carry on. Sorry.
Anyway, and a friend was doing like there's a building called Scunthorpe Baths, which has been completely rebuilt in the past few years, but it was literally a bath. And if anybody can remember, Jasper Carrot did a gag about Scunthorpe Baths. It literally was a swimming pool, and they'd filled it in and then put a sprung dance floor over it and turned it into a kind of council venue where you put bands on and all sorts of shite. Anyway, I worked there for a while as DJ. When I say a while, I mean probably fucking 15 years on and off, if not 20. But I had a phone call from a guy who said, I'm doing the introductions for the RAC Rally start at Scunthorpe Baths. Now, I don't know if anybody remembers, but back then, Top Gear was a proper motoring program. And the guy who did it was a guy called Tony Mason. So I get a phone call. Can you come down to Scunny Baths and can you stage manage this thing for me? All right, whatever. So I toddle off down there in my best T-shirt with crew written on it, you know, which should have just said dickhead, because I knew fuck all about what I was doing back then. Anyway.
And you weren't nowhere near crew.
Yeah, exactly. And anyway, I'm stood at the side of the stage, and I've got this list of people that need to be on next, and times and everything, ready for interviews, ready for the start of the rally, which was due to start in like a couple of hours' time. There was the BBC there and all that kind of shit going on. Anyway, I'm there talking to this really, really, really nice guy at the side of the stage. Fantastic English, but clearly wasn't English. And I said, oh, anyway, look, I'm sorry, I really need to go because I've got to find this next guest because this interview is about 3 minutes away from finishing, so I need to go find the next guest quick. And he said, who do you want? And I went, this guy, you know, whatever it says here. And he went, Hanno Mikkola. He went, yeah, that's me. So I'd been fucking stood talking to the great driving god, Hanno Mikkola, for about 10 minutes. What a gentleman. Absolute gentleman. Don't know what year it was. Probably a bit earlier than 85, actually. Maybe, no, 85, 86, something like that. Don't know. Maybe Line Share will stick it in the chat room if I was anywhere near with the years. Anyway, yeah. Somebody's asked.
Crazy days, them though, weren't they? Though I mean, I've watched a number of them rallying things. Let me just address something that someone's written in the chat room. Richard Burke says, "I have never witnessed a man use scissors to clean teeth. I have now. Now I'm not using it to clean teeth. What I'm actually using it for is I'm trying to do a bit of self-dentistry because I've got a really sharp bit of tooth right at the very back of my tooth, my gob, a really sharp bit of tooth, and I'm trying to knock it off. So it's dentistry. It's not cleaning. So thanks for that, Richard. But yeah, it's I watched a couple of them things about rally, and you know, and it would go on.
I've got a Dremel.
Okay.
For your tooth.
I'm not fucking getting a Dremel off you in my fucking mouth. You'd probably have fucking coronavirus on it and all sorts of fingernail file it, Jason, says Richard Burke. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just one pointy bit and it's just right at the back and it just keeps getting me and it's a bastard. It's a fucking bastard, I tell you, it's like your fucking nosebleeds and everything. But I'll be back onto the rallying stuff.
Well, no, I'm just wondering what year that was when it started. I mean, Lionshare, if you're a particular rally, I'm not a rally fan. I just happen to be, I mean, I could sit and watch it, and it's a lot more exciting than fucking football or some shit like that. But I wouldn't say I'm a rally fan or an encyclopedic knowledge of it. Far from it. But Super Lead says he's going to knock your tooth out for you. Sorry.
Yeah, I won't fucking put it past him. No, but I've watched them. I watched a couple of these documentaries about rallies in the 70s and 80s.
Oh.
And how they're going through fucking places and people are just opening up and these cars are coming fucking through at speeds and cameramen are taking photos and jumping out of the way at right last minute, and you're thinking to yourself, what the fucking hell are you doing, you idiot? Go and take some fucking photos of butterflies or something.
Yeah.
But, and it was just mad. And I think something happened, didn't it? And they were...
Do you know, I can't remember. The name I've got in my head is... was it... Oh, fucking hell, I'm going to look right tool here. Was it Gwyndaf Evans, the guy who was... The Welsh guy who was World Rally Champion?
Gwyndaf.
Was it Gwyndaf?
That's not
no, I think it was.
Gwyndaf's not a name, man.
No, it is in fucking Wales, you knobhead.
Oh, well, fucking Oak's a name in Wales, isn't it?
Yeah.
you fucking knock up a fucking loogie in the morning and that's someone fucking comes home and says what?
Yeah. But I don't know. I think there was an accident or something and they kind of had to... Gwyndaf. It was Gwyndaf Evans. Because I'll tell you what, he was the school bus driver at Merthyr Tydfil. Although Merthyr and Tydfil are two completely different places. Can't remember which is which. One's at the top of the hill and one's at the bottom. But anyway. Yeah. So, Jason, are you...
I've got tooth out, mate. I've got tooth. This is first time live on Raconteurs News. I've got tooth out.
You've took it out?
Huh?
Oh, God.
There we go. Fucking hell. That'll not fucking hurt anyone's tongue again, will you little bastard? Fucking tooth. Look. Honestly, I have. It's here in my hand. Right. I've just pulled the bastard out. It were hurting like fuck. Oh, thank God for that. That were good. Right, I'm ready to talk now.
Right, good. Listen, I've got plenty to have a go at here.
Go on, then.
Well, there's a few things, really. What's most important here? That we were talking last night on Webby's show about the experiments, and I couldn't remember which doctor it was, and it was Stanley Milgram and obedience to authority, and that was where he got the people basically pressing the electrocute button, and they thought they were actually electrocuting somebody in the next room. And it's quite a famous one, and that's the position we're in now, because you've got police and, well, particularly police stopping people, asking them where they're going, as if this kind of as if this thing's law that you've got to stay at home.
Listen, I've heard a lot of this, right? Honestly, I've heard a lot of this, but I saw somebody posted up yesterday on Shit for Brains book that a video of a police van, and they were a police van, and it were coming around a fucking like an estate, and it with loud hailer were going, stay inside. You have to stay inside. Everybody must stay inside. And somebody had put this, that, and other. And when I looked at it, I could tell, but I couldn't tell. That I'm not a fucking expert on it, but I thought that the acoustics weren't quite right. I didn't think that if they'd been doing that from that van, that the acoustics would have bounced off the houses and been different as they turned and moved and stuff like that. So I didn't put any credence to that. So I've seen all these. I've seen all these these different scenarios, and I've seen all these different allegations, but I've not really seen anything that really backs it all up. I'm not saying they're in town,
but it's like you've got this just mentality that people. I mean, sheep isn't the fucking word. I mean, just isn't the word. It's worse than that. It's just, and then you look at the TV and there's the Hunger Games is on. There's the daily coronavirus update. There's what else was on? Oh, Contagion's been on fucking endlessly over the past few days. You know, and you just think, fuck, people ain't got a brain. Just ain't got a bloody brain. My son tonight, sadly, his other half's had to go into hospital. Not sure whether she's got kidney stones or gallstones. But they think something's actually got infected inside her because of it. So, I mean, anyway, he's took her up to the hospital and they've kept her in. And then, because she don't kind of wear nighties and pajamas and stuff at home, he's gone, no problem, I'll go fetch you some and I'll come back. So they've said to him, oh, when you come back, you can't come on the ward, you can't come visiting. You'll have to buzz the door and then take 5 paces back and then we'll open the door. And he's like, are you fucking mental? So then he's tried virtually every bloody supermarket he can to try and get her a pair of women's pajamas. And I have to say, she's only like a normal size 10 woman, maybe a size 8, I don't know. She's not incredibly small and she's not incredibly big. She's bang on in the middle of popular sizes, I guess. Can't fucking buy any. Just can't buy any. One reason is he ain't got 2 hours to wait in a fucking queue going all the way around the supermarket just to see if they've actually got something in stock. And the ones that he has been to ain't got any in stock. Because, of course, now they just want you to order online, don't they? So that we're just left with Amazon, the 4 or 5 big supermarkets, and eBay. Because that's all that's going to be left. Because that's what they want.
Webby's just sent me some.
Go on then.
Just one question, really. He sent me this information. So what about flu vaccines have the coronavirus in them? I mean, what's going on? Should drag him? Do you know what? Is what's his face here? Fucking Uni. If Uni's here, I'll fucking drag him on and see what he's doing in America, because he's fucking, you know, what it's like in America. And if Webby's knocking about and he wants to come on, then you know, let us know. Owen Lloyd Martinez put build an ark and come and join me here in Portugal.
Yeah. Mark, Shield Destroyer just put a thing up, and I noticed that as well. He's got no alarm. I didn't get one either, and you didn't even show us live. Well, it showed us live to me, but I didn't get an alarm to say we were coming on, and I normally do. So there's definitely something going on with the Tinterweb and all the rest of it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're lucky to get the people that we get. I mean, our audience has dipped quite a bit since this all started, and I would have thought that's probably reflective of all other sorts of shows like ours. Super Lead says, Raconteurs news, I will come on. No, you ain't, mate. I spoke to you yesterday. I need you to fucking sort your sin out before you're coming on this fucking show, mate. Honestly, I really do. So, you send a fucking check down. And yesterday I spoke to him. I did speak to him yesterday or the day before anyway. But yeah, just get something to eat. Yeah. Uni Black Sister says, I'm here. We'll call for you when we want you. Is the answer to that, won't we? We'll call for you when we want you. We'll get you on. Where do we go if gone from here? Someone's put lion's share. I don't know what that means. Do you know what I mean?
What he's basically saying is if YouTube decide that Raconteurs news can't be.
Oh yeah. Do you know it's going to be a bit shoot. I've downloaded all shows, and I know we won't be able to do them live, but we're going to be doing live shows wherever we can, and if that means that we have to, I don't know, get some more technology or do something so that we can run it on his own website. Like Richard Dior does. I know that's going to cost an absolute fucking bomb, but we will do it. We'll do whatever we can. We'll do it on a fucking budget. And let's face it, we can pick and choose. I've got so much equipment in this house. I'm sure I can make something happen. Using some sort of device from internet. So I just don't know what we would do if they shut us down. I mean, we'd be pretty lucky, to be honest. We've had some stuff on here that's quite controversial, and we've never had any. We never had any, touch wood. We've never had any complaints or strikes or anything like that from YouTube. We've never said calm the fuck down, and
Yeah, well, I do know that Mark Shill Destroyer, definitely stuff that he shared with me, that's gone, and he's just put on there actually. They're taking his videos down daily. I don't know if that one's still up of him showing the things attached to telegraph poles and stuff like that. Be interesting to know if that was actually you, Mark. I think it was. It sounded like your voice.
Is that something that's going on? I mean, I've seen a lot of these videos of telegraph poles. Oh God, do you know what? I just don't brush my teeth very well. I'm pulling this fucking tooth to bits in my hand. But I'm just going to show you, that was the bit that was scratching my tongue. Can you see that?
Gross.
Yeah, I know it's gross.
Yeah, thank
you. But we don't hide anything here. We're all upfront about everything. But have you seen out about that? I mean, these 5G masts being burnt down. I know there's supposed to be a few in Liverpool and in Birmingham, and and Alice has said they're banning 5G posts on Facebook.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Anything. My son, he sent me stuff, or I've sent him stuff about it, and by the time he's come to watch it, or I have, it's just gone.
It is. It is becoming a bit of a culture of that, isn't it? It's like you said earlier on when me and you were chatting. Book burning.
Yeah. Well, it is, isn't it? It's just book burning. That's all it is. I just wanted to. There we go. There's something on the bloody website, on the chat room. Where was it?
Some
there we go.
More fucking than other Jace.
You what? Sorry.
Webster. Some are more fucking front than other Jace. Lol. I don't know what that means.
Up front. Honest. Don't know.
Go on, what were you doing?
Well, I'm just trying to work out who lopped some. Well, anyway, yeah. I always have fucking trouble working out who these people are, because rumpled foreskin. That's just funny.
I think that's Heath.
Is it? Yeah, I thought it might be. But lopped some. Anyway, America was set up by a declaration of 12 men. Yeah, who were all anarchists. They basically went to our king and went, "You are not the boss of us. Fuck off." And of course, the Constitution was written, or the Declaration of Independence was written, to save everybody from tyranny. That's why it was written. That's fucking worked. I mean, tax for the Americans, when our king or said that he owned it, how the fucking hell he managed that, but anyway, was less than 5%. And once it went up, well, they had to have a revolution and decide that that king wasn't going to be, and then they formed America. And now Americans are paying about 50% in tax and think it's fucking great, and they still go vote for Trump. Fucking marvelous, isn't it? And then, anyway.
It's we've got quite a few. I think everyone who's in chat room would like to be on tonight. To be honest with you, Max Hogan's in the Webster report. I thought we'd probably we'll get Webby on in a bit if he wants to come on. I'll send him a wink. He might not want to come on. I mean, that'd be like 3 days in a row. We're us three, wouldn't it? I mean, what's that? The people are going to start committing suicide.
Yeah, I will.
Well, that worked, Aid, according to Max Hogan. I don't know what that means. It's Galaxian, apparently, Rumple Foreskin.
Oh, is it?
Galaxian. In there's been a bit of a kerfuffle with Galaxian, I think, in chat room.
Yeah.
We're all right here in space.
Yeah.
You know, where I'm like, you know.
Do you like this?
Huh?
Follow your dreams, cancelled.
Yeah, don't follow your dreams. Fucking ask them where they're going and then they'll cut weighing later.
There was a couple of other things that, I mentioned last night on Webby's show that I'm actually now fucking pissed off. The reason being, up until the start of all this shit, even though I know that the system that we have to live in is completely fucking corrupt, but at least it's something that I grew up with and I know how to handle and deal with. So the fact that the majority of the population are just a bunch of fucking sheep who can't work shit out has never really affected me directly. But now it is doing. And there is no fucking excuse anymore. Because if people can't fucking realise that they are being shafted and not even asking questions, they're just standing outside and clapping, then we're fucked.
Yeah, that to me is that clapping thing is. I don't know. It's almost as if they do that now. Well, they did that, shall we say it? Fucking football matches when somebody had died.
Yeah.
Instead of there being a minute's silence and perhaps some fucking pissed up cunt fucking it up, they'd do a minute's applause. Yeah. And then this is the similar sort of thing that they're doing. Now I've really got no against it. If people want to fucking do it, they want to do it. They do it. I'm not going to criticize anybody for doing it, but for me, it's not something that I'd subscribe. It's like another sheep thing.
Yeah.
It's like instead of pouring a bucket of fucking cold water and ice over your head, why don't you stand outside on your doorstep when you can't go outside? You see, this is where I had this thought earlier on, and I thought it'd be quite funny. And then I thought, but I'm going to have to talk about it with Aidy, and I'm going to have to be interacting with Aidy, and he ain't going to get it 'cause it's a fucking football thing. But I was thinking about soon it'll be VAR will be were you outside your house? The satellite VAR said that you were outside, so you were offside. You were outside your house. You were clearly in a £60 fine zone, and then you'll be in VAR. It's just getting so fucking ridiculous, and I know people I know people get all think, well, you know, oh God, fucking brilliant. I've got to show you this, mate. I've got to read you this. This is just the best. This is just the fucking best. This is what I live for, right? On oh, fuck off. Hang on. Oh, your channel.
Go on.
It's trying to find out. And I was trying to work out which show it were. You know, when you get someone, we don't get very many comments. I've no idea why. We get loads of comments in chat room, but you know, afterwards we don't get that many comments.
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought to myself, anyway, I got this. I got this comment pop up, and I thought to myself, fucking what shows that? You could be talking about any number of shows. What is that one? No, it's not. Yeah, it is that one. Hang on, let me find it. I've got to tell you, this comment was just awesome. Oh, here we go. There we go. Right, here we go. This was a comment. Now, you'll see if you can think which show it were. Right? 3 conspiratoid twats. Nothing more to say except of questionable intelligence. Which show? Come on.
Me, you, and Webby?
You'd think so, wouldn't you? No.
Go on.
Fucking that Mark Colon thing we did other night.
Really?
Yeah.
And you know, we did that so that it was just something else different to.
Yeah, because we wanted to get back to that though, didn't we? We wanted to get back to the conspiratard thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. You know, I said to my missus today, I said, you know, when I get bad comments, I fucking love it. Because all I did was just say back to him, well, I'm glad you enjoyed the show. You know, they tune in regularly, but it's just fucking water off a duck. It's not even water off a duck's back. It just makes me laugh. It gives me Richard Burke, look up the toilet paper scare of 1973. I'm not looking up anything that's fucking toilet related. Thank you very much, Richard. Johnny Carson started it, apparently.
Who did?
Johnny Carson. They were like one of them American things, weren't they?
I've had a day of really finding background pictures. That's how fucking boring. Yeah, and I quite like that one that I've got up at the minute, but another good one that I found was this, and this just about sums it up. Done it really.
Oh yeah, man.
It's for anybody that don't know, it's a portion of the Banksy picture that he did about well, obviously government. Yeah.
Oh, is it? I thought it was like a fucking PG Tips advert that had been banned.
No, it is actually the.
Surely they did one where they were all in fucking Parliament. They must have done.
You'd have thought so, wouldn't you?
You could get chimps to do all back then without getting done, couldn't you? Well, to be fair, you could get elephants to do all without getting done back then. But fucking
you could back then, without a doubt.
Yes, the pieces of crap. I mean, we don't. Well, I mean, just what is going on? That is what we don't understand, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's 1984 is what it is.
Fucking better not be. I'm still a fucking virgin then.
No, it is, mate. It's 1984. That's what it is. It's 1984.
Oh, babe. Oh, they live. I know it's they live, isn't it?
I'm still.
You seem quite contemplative today, AD. I mean, it's quite the content. Is the loneliness getting to you? Because if it is, I can get our lads to drop me off around your house. As long as you don't mind tire tracks in your carpet and you fucking
getting your wife to drop me off, to drop you off round here to keep me company. I think I'd rather take my own tooth out.
All right. Well, all right. Let's. Super League just put in, where's the fat American? So I don't know who he's talking about, but I know that somebody who's American. What was that going to look funny?
It really is 1984.
Oh, fucking hell. It's worse than 1984. It's worse than 1984.
Yeah, we're on about the internet and people saying that they're on about switching it off and back on again and doing the big fucking reset. Whether or not that'll happen, I don't know. Well, I do have to tell you this. Just about everybody who's ever sent me an email, right? I mean, I've had a fucking motorbike shop send me an email saying, we're doing everything we can to protect you from coronavirus. What, like disinfecting fucking tires or something? I mean, just anybody who's ever has been sending me a thing saying, don't worry about it. Now, I don't ever remember signing up for this website unless I were very pissed. I got an email from Adult Work with a list of available ladies who were self-isolating but were still available.
Okay.
I don't ever remember signing up for that. I may have done when I was pissed at some point, but who knows?
Well, you would have gone round, done deed. You would have made a deal with one, gone round, done deed, and then said, "Oh, I've only got cash," and you won't want that, will you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sexual distancing. Yes.
Do you know? It's like my son today. He was in Morrison's. Dad, do you want any shopping? I'll drop it off. Bless him, and he did. And he bought me 3 tins of beans, some medicine, which is even colour coordinated. Look, it's colour coordinated.
Yeah.
And a loaf of bread. And when he was in Morrison's, other online shopping experiences are available. He'd got me on WhatsApp and he's going, Dad, turn your camera on because I can show you this and I want to make sure I get the right thing for you. And I went, shit, that bird's got a nice arse, not realising, of course, that it's on loudspeaker, and this bird turned round and I went down the phone, and you should have seen her fucking scurry off. Just so funny, because that's how it's got people fucking completely paranoid. Like, you can talk to people, but nobody's happy if you do. They see you as a threat. And this thing has just turned everybody that you used to know, love, respect, or even just put up with, it's turned them into a fucking enemy.
Or an enema.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, someone put an interesting contactless prostitutes.
Yeah.
Let's not get into that. That's not what this is.
Isn't that called a tribute? Anyway.
Genital distancing from Max Organ. Now, you would have thought somebody with a name like Organ would be not up really for a bit any distancing. Trisha Morticia's put people won't even make contact. I've not been out, so I don't know. But my missus has come back and told me what people are being like. And threesomes are illegal, according to Rumple Foreskin. We saw that last time, didn't we? That what were it? I think it was a bit of spoof, but
I think it was spoof. But the funniest thing about it was Was she from Norway or a Scandinavian country? And she'd supposedly said that, you know, you couldn't have giant gangbangs and all the rest of it, and any more than 3 people sexually, blah, blah, blah. But what made it really funny was she's a huge, fat munter. Do you know what I mean? Now, if she'd have been a gorgeous woman stood there saying it, you'd have gone, okay. And it wouldn't have been as funny. But the fact that she was just a fat munter and you started to read it and then scrolled down.
Yeah, but she was elf minister, weren't she? She was a Dutch elf minister.
But that's the point. She's a fat munter.
She was like huge. You know, I mean, all right, let's get away from like, you know, calling people based upon the looks, but she was not healthy. Clearly healthy. It's like elf minister. Excuse me, well, like fucking bouncy castle from Park Fate. That's just been there, and you know what I mean. It's can I post Ada Pocket Fanny? Denny wants to know if you can post it. This is getting out. You know, I wish we'd not even gone down this road. To be honest with you, it's probably my own fault. You say fat man munter, I say Rubenesque. I don't know what that means. Do you know what that means?
I don't.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, we don't say fat neat mother. Good evening, Apple Charlotte. Hello to you. I've sent what's his face a link, but he's not clicked it yet, so he don't want to be on as much as he claims to have been. Maybe he's setting his green screen up now. Maybe that's what he's doing. But what are we doing? I mean, are we just gonna? Rubens was a painter famous for his larger ladies. Okay. Thank you, Max Organ. My art is obviously. Oh, here we go. What we got here? I'm going to warn you now before you come on. I've got Taylor, right?
You're right.
Right. So Taylor can hear me. He can hear you. No, we can't hear him or see him or anything. So I'm just going to give him this warning. Taylor, if you come on and start asking us questions, and you know, you're going to get cut off. Are you okay with that? Thumbs up for yes, thumbs down for no. Okay. He's also borrowed Deirdre Barlow's glasses just for tonight.
What the fuck?
I got new glasses because my old ones were broken. Like this arm right here was broken off and was being held by tape, so I had to get new ones.
Have you been fucking snorkeling?
No, I haven't been in water in years.
Well, yeah, there is. I mean, the eureka moment and, you know, displacement. I get that, but what the fuck have you got on your head?
Well, I decided to go with these because I was told that apparently these are less likely to break because they're bigger and stronger. Apparently, that's what I was told. It's probably bullshit.
Deirdre Barlow. You're going to be Deirdre Barlow. The American Deirdre Barlow joins us on Raconteurs News. Here she is.
Do you know what those glasses are good for?
Looking like a geek?
No, remaining a virgin.
Oh, yeah, you'll always be a virgin.
Well, you ever wear those glasses? Yeah, do you know, somebody just made a really good comment. You and I, Jason, now look all right. Now we've got something worse to compare it to. Right, listen, I need a quick whittle, but I also need to go and get a glass. So I'm going to stick my mute thingy on, but I am listening, I promise.
All right, well, what's it like over there anyway, Taylor? How are you doing over there? Are you confined? Are you pretty much in the same situation that we are in the UK?
I would honestly say they were worse off. I mean, I don't want to sound like a pity wagon over here, but people are just. I am now completely convinced that this country is the fucking stupidest country in the world. Seriously, like, I don't. I know that there are genuinely fucking smart people out there, and I'm not trying to put myself on a pedestal, but just people are just so fucking stupid.
Dude, you keep putting your hand over your mic. Whatever you're doing, your hand keeps going over your mic. And it's a wonder we can, I don't know whether it's the fact that your hand or your jumper's going over your mic, or we can't hear you over those glasses.
If you don't mind, I actually like to switch to my laptop because I quickly just wanted to get on with my tablet. So
yeah, no problem, mate. Yeah, okay. You switch to your laptop. So there you go. Young Andon Knuckles is on his way. He's going away. He's going away to. He tells us it's worse. He hates his country. Now we want to perhaps get a little bit more fact out of him and a little bit less, passion. You're going on your laptop. If you're going to go on your laptop, turn your thing off.
Okay, hold on. All right, let me close this.
Oh, I've sent Webby a link and all. I want Webby on and all if he's about. I've sent him a link. I think him and Taylor bounce off each other well.
Yeah, bit of Marvin Gaye going on.
He's dead, isn't he?
Who, Marvin Gaye was shot years ago. Weren't he?
His father shot him, didn't he?
Allegedly, yeah. Hey! Or Wikipedia-ly. Is he coming back on?
Jason, John Smith's put, and I think this is something to put, fuck off, fucking stupid chat room. Jason A. There's most people than their looks. Just as well for you too. Yeah, we completely understand. Look, what we don't. All we're doing is we're being a bit laddish and a bit. This is a stupid fucking time we're living in. So I think we can be a bit laddish and a bit, fucking she's a fat bunter and doing this and doing that. We're not. We don't mean any harm, and
we do.
We don't mean any harm, and we believe me. I've seen some women that Ada's been with. We do not fucking judge people on their looks. That's I've seen some of Ada's birds. What's the matter, Aid?
I'm looking for a picture. Sorry.
Yeah, stop looking for a picture and try talking to me.
I thought Taylor were coming on to talk to you because he liked you.
Well, he is. He is on here somewhere.
Okay.
He's here. That's a stream. There you go. There
we go. Now you don't have to stare at my nose hairs now.
Okay. Excellent. Well, give us a bit of a rundown what it's like over where you are over there, Deirdre.
All right. Well, first of all, I want to apologize if I sounded like a whining bastard. It's just I've just been frustrated lately, and it's getting to me.
Okay, that's over with. Now,
yeah. My personal experience is there are still planes flying overhead. I'm not sure if it's the same over where you're at. Yep. All right. There are people. The traffic has gone down quite a bit, but there are still people moving around. Like there are actually quite a few people I've noticed that are just basically ignoring this whole thing. And I'm in Washington, which is of course the quote unquote hot spot of this pandemic. And
Washington has never been hot. It's fucking freezing. I don't know how you live up there, you silly bollocks.
Well, yeah, that is true. Well, it gets hot during the summer, though. At least for me, like it gets 100, almost 100 degrees over here. But yeah, I mean, you got people wearing masks and freaking panic buying and all that stuff. Although that's slowed down recently. I've actually gone around looking around like the local area. People have been. I feel like people like this is my personal opinion. I feel like people are starting to realize this whole thing is bogus. Like they're starting to realize that all this is doing is just harming the economy. Because it's like I said in the chat, America, the American dollar is done. Like, it's done. We all, we're going to create. Trump is apparently creating. I'm sure you've already heard this, but Trump is apparently creating like how many trillions of dollars? $6 trillion out of nothing. Like,
yeah,
where's
all you need to do that is one of these.
Yep. And it's like, where's that money coming from? Who's going to have to repay it? This country is already trillions of dollars worth in debt. Like, I don't know, like 21 trillion or more. And it's like you always say, AD, most of our money is China has more American dollars than we do.
Yeah.
And a little bit more personal experience from me is my parents are still. I mean, my family is still just doesn't. I mean, I don't even speak to them about any of this stuff. Like, anytime they mention coronavirus, like be careful of the coronavirus. If you catch it, you're gonna die. And they're all scared and stuff like that. And I don't even say anything. And my mom was on the phone yesterday with one of my cousins in Missouri. And apparently they got coronavirus. And when my mom said that, I didn't even say anything. I didn't even say. It's like, what am I supposed to say to that?
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It's a big headache.
I'm not surprised in them glasses, mate. Honestly, it must be fucking light refracting in from everywhere. Every single thing. It's jam jar bottoms, we call them in this country.
Yeah.
Oh, well, also one of my videos got flagged and another one got removed this morning. It was one of my recent, both were two of my recent videos with I was uploading a documentary, and apparently and I was told, we review your videos on a person by person basis. We totally don't have bots that go and just automatically delete anything we don't like. You said that you guys haven't had any kind of like run-ins with YouTube flagging you or anything like that since you started?
No, we've not. No, he's not even listening at all. All he's trying to do is find pictures to put behind him. That's all he's doing. He's not even listening. He's not.
I am absolutely listening.
I'm sorry if I'm rambling.
No, we got you on to say your bit, which is why I'm just sat back and not really commenting, because at least I ain't got to live in the same four walls as people that have got a completely different view on life to me.
Yeah,
and also, of course, I'm guessing that, like most people of your age who live with your parents, that you're contributing nothing, so you can't exactly walk around the house spouting your head off and throwing your ideas around just in case somebody says, "Actually, Taylor, we've heard enough of your shit. Piss off."
Yeah, you're exactly right. You're exactly right. Although once in a while I do, and it's it's never fun. I'm sure you can imagine it's not fun. There was the results of that.
Taylor, you're depressing me. Tell me something good. Tell me something positive about what's going on in America. Are people doing the things that they're doing here? Like standing at the doors and clapping at a certain time for all the people that are working and that are still out there working. Are they doing any of that?
Well, no. Personally, I haven't actually seen anyone going outside and clapping or doing any of that stuff. I've only the only reason I even know people are doing that is because you guys have been mentioning it. So I'm not sure if it's a widespread thing or if it's just maybe I just happen to be one of the lucky ones that don't see this personally. So I guess that's a good thing in a way. You don't got people literally begging for their own imprisonment, even though our country is technically on lockdown, because that's not going to have any repercussions for the economy, right? Yeah, it's like, cease that pesky human activity, people. We can't have you actually, doing your usual activity and producing to the economy.
Say that again.
I said we can't have you people going out and doing human activities.
No. The other word that you said began with P. Pesky.
I forgot. I'm sorry.
Pesky.
Say it again.
You said pesky.
Yeah. This pesky human activity that interactivity that people that's the governments and the people controlling them hate. It's like, we can't have you be doing this pesky human activity. We need you locked in your home so we can do so we can make you have to watch the television and freaking stay in fear. And the funny thing is, I actually have seen videos of people going to hospitals, these like in New York and in Seattle, of the supposed biggest overloaded hospitals in America, and they go there and there's nobody there. There's like literally one person there. These overflowing lines, completely non-existent. All you see is just like a couple of guys standing at the desk. Maybe you'll see one patient, and these like coronavirus tents, these sterilization tents, completely empty. Nobody in them. So if anyone needs proof that this whole thing is just a bunch of freaking overhyped nonsense, there's the proof. And I have to thank Taz, because she actually sent me a video. One of the videos I saw was from her showing me that. So yeah, this whole thing is. I'm sure you already knew that. I'm sure I'm preaching the choir at this point, but this this whole thing is just a bunch of nonsense.
Well,
yeah, we know that. We know that. Look, fucking hell, it's a sad world when I've forgotten what I was going to fucking say. Go on, you were going to interrupt. Anyone were going to anyway.
Yeah.
Everyone is too stoned to care, says Adam Bowden, who's a kid who I used to go to school with his brother. When I was in comprehensive school, his brother was my best mate, and I used to go to his house every morning on way to school. And yeah, so he's listening too. So he says everyone's too stoned to care, and he said what are arms sales like in America? Are they up or are they down, or are people getting themselves ready for what they're seeing coming?
No, people arms sales. This is I don't know this for sure, but from what I can tell, nobody's buying any new arms or anything. Like, they're just going along business as usual, basically.
Well, they're supposed to can they? If you buy your fucking ammo, man, if you buy ammo and your guns at Walmart, then I suppose you can. But
oh yeah, speaking of Walmarts, they be having you having to be like, it's a social distancing thing. If you want to buy anything, you gotta stand like this line, and you gotta go one person at a time, being like, okay, we'll take your order, and you'll have to shout because we're so far away from you. And some stores, they don't even let you actually even go inside. That you have to sit out in the parking lot, and then someone will come out and take your order for you. Like Best Buy is one of them. It's just, wow, that must be. How is that convenient in any way?
Fucking lazy guy's dream, innit? It's a lazy guy's dream. You just go and do fuck all for yourself. Someone comes and does it. Adam says BBC are misreporting as usual. Well, we all know that. I mean, that's been going on for quite a long time. I'd know that over here, particularly AD, I'm not as convinced myself as AD is. But what's the thoughts on 5G and what that has to do with this?
5G. Honestly, I feel like that 5G doesn't have nearly as much to do with this as a lot of people do. I do think it has a little bit to do with it, as do a lot of things, but I don't think that it's the main cause, like the cause of the virus. What I do think though is that they're using this as an excuse to be able to roll it out in various places that don't already have it. And there's also this new law they're trying to pass in America and I think in Europe as well, where they're trying another SOPA or another 4-letter word, like we're censoring the internet. We can't have you, basically they don't want us going and telling quote unquote false information about the freaking coronavirus and all that. It's like it to me that's just more, it's like, of course they're gonna do that.
But someone's put in chat room, is McDonald's closed in America?
No. Not the ones near me, at least. No. My little brother still be going to McDonald's and getting stuff. Although you aren't allowed to go inside, of course.
Right. That's interesting because it's closed completely over here.
I don't know. I think some things are worse over here than over there, but on the other hand, I think that some things over there are worse than over here. For example, you got Boris Johnson saying, "Oh my God, guys, be aware! Within a month's time, or whatever it is, be prepared because a loved one's gonna die." Getting everyone all freaking scared and stuff.
Well, apparently we've got Elizabeth Vagina. I say that because I should have come. He's going to be on TV on Sunday, apparently, addressing the nation.
Ooh. It's the old boat.
Yeah, apparently, Max Organ's put Her Majesty. Which I quite like. Yeah. Beryl's going to be on Sunday, apparently.
It's not fucking Christmas, is it?
Surrounded by corgis, no doubt, and paedophile sons.
Prince Charles?
Yeah, like I said, paedophile sons.
She probably fucking thinks it's Christmas. She probably thinks, well, everyone's been off, so I think it must be Christmas. I must make my speech. Good evening. Thank you all for watching me on Christmas Day as you eat your Christmas fucking chicken. As you eat your fucking rat.
What I think is, normally they video that in like September, but they put a Christmas tree behind her. Or she sat in front of a green screen with a Christmas tree, whichever. I think what they ought to do this time is make sure that she's got a fucking great mask on. Got to make sure she's got a mask on.
Yep. Set that example.
But she's not going to be in the middle of London, is she? She's going to have been fucking flown out to Balmoral or wherever to do it.
It'll be fucking stupider by then, anyway. She'll be sat with her fucking legs 2 meters apart. So one now must sit with one's legs 2 meters from one another. Therefore, protecting one leg from another leg that may be infected.
I just want to pick something else out of the chat room as well. Alice Georgeson. My taxi driver was wearing a mask today. We see that's another thing that's going to stop, innit? Taxis. We don't have black cabs anymore. You'll be able to order one on Uber.
Are you fucking getting in a black fucking cab with some cunt with a fucking mask on?
No, but what I'm saying is, all that is going to have gone. You'll be able to order something online, Uber, that they can see, they can watch, they can control, and they can make sure you pay for it electronically. But actually getting in a proper cab, because there's a queue of cabs there waiting to put people in. Fine, that'll just not be fucking happening anymore. You'll just be able to do it, and it's like, other than Amazon, eBay, Walmart, and the supermarkets, well, you're not going to need anything else, so we'll just get rid of all them small businesses. They can all be closed down. Oh, look, it's happened because of coronavirus. Fucking hell, that was convenient, isn't it?
Yeah, and to add on to that, if you don't mind if I add on to that, the whole climate change thing, the whole thing about saying, the green revolution, as they also call it. I mean, I'm assuming you know about that, right?
Go on.
Basically, this whole they've been trying for decades with the whole climate change thing to get people to stop with the, like I said before, pesky human activity, and now look at the freaking coronavirus scare. It's done exactly what they've been trying to do for decades. It's like, so this is why I personally think in the coming years we're not going to hear much about climate change anymore. It's just going to be virus scare. Yeah. It's going to be like, oh, you need to stay, because like what's stopping them from doing this again next year around flu season? Like, oh, coronavirus is back. Stay in your homes.
Yep.
And they're going to use the excuse of, oh, the atmosphere is cleaner now, so that proves that that people are the problem. You know?
Can you imagine, though, now with no planes, not very many planes in the sky, and most of industry closed down? Just imagine that Greta, young 16-year-old Greta, must have the wettest knickers in Scandinavia, because it's just the whole thing. It's nothing's happening. The world isn't turning. Like I said, stop the world. I want to get off. And Adam's put a thing as well. It's been a great distraction from Brexit, and I think I think it's part of a way of reversing Brexit. Like I've said before, all the economies in the fucking world in Europe will be completely fucking decimated. We're still in our transition period. They'll say, well, you need to come back to the fold if you want to be bailed out by the European Central Bank. And then a super state will, this is all things that can happen from this. And to be honest with you, these things where they say, right, if this is in order for them to say, right, well, everybody needs bailing out in order to keep us in the EU, in order to create a super state that everyone's going to have to give up everything to the EU. And then everyone's going to be in yours. It's going to be one single super state. Now that, compared to the other things that I'm being told, is a fucking win for us. As far as I'm concerned, it's a win. It's something we can come back from. But what I think they're fucking doing is they're making something that we can't come back from. Yeah. We can't come back from. And they're fucking locking us away so that we're at home when it happens to us. When it happens, we can't come back from this. No. There's we can, boom, gone. And we've all been sat at home getting fucking pissed and picking his fucking teeth out of his heads.
Yeah, I mean, they set this up at the end of World War II when the European Union and America basically became one and the same, essentially. And now that's sort of, because at the end of World War II, Britain pretty much fell out from being the world superpower, and it went to America because of the huge amount of debt. Because basically Churchill ruined the British Empire, and now, this is my personal opinion, I think the American Empire is coming to an end, and it's going to go to somebody else, most likely Israel, even though Israel already owns America. Now it's going to be more official. Basically, it's going to be much more well known.
We live in interesting times. I'm all right here because I'm not in the world. I'm on this space shuttle, and we've just had our reconnaissance space vehicle come with some growing items, which we super grew really quickly in our super growing fast thing. Look at Ada, I can see him. Look, he's not paying any attention. He's just trying to find images.
I am paying attention. I am fully paying attention.
So what? Okay, if you're paying attention, what are the colour of Taylor's slips?
Taylor's what?
Slips.
What slips?
White fronts.
I got a clue. He ain't stood up.
Oh, you see, you're not paying proper attention, are you? See?
You mean my socks, right?
No, your slips, your underpants, your kegs.
Boxers.
Oh, well.
Your underwear.
What you should have said was enormous comfortable pants.
The underwear that has never been seen by a female eyes that are not your mother.
Well,
listen, mate, we're going to have to get you sorted. We're going to have to get you off to Vegas and get you sorted, mate, honestly.
You don't mean Las Vegas, do you? Because that's one of the worst places to go to.
Fucking Webbit. Listen to this. Look at this in Webbit. Anyone else think Jason is fucked up his face again? Laughing my fucking arse off. I'm not fucked up in face. I'm having a fucking spliff. I'm having a drink. I've picked a fucking tooth out of my head. I'm having a laugh and a fucking thing with my mates. Thank you very much. Fucking Rumple fucking Webster report. Thank you very much.
Meanwhile, Aiden's looking at Scooby-Doo pictures.
Fucking nothing, little fucking like things like that, little fucking just like point scoring things. No, I'm not off my fucking tits.
Owen,
sorry. And I'm fucking going off.
Hey?
Owen put a interesting comment in the chat saying Italy hates the EU, and I can perfectly understand that. After what they did in World War II, I would fucking hate the EU too. Because I'm sure, AD, you've noticed recently I've been more of a Hitler. How should I put this? A Hitler defender? Should I put it like that?
Yeah.
And I don't. The reason why, like, let me just mention real quick why I've been saying stuff like that. Because after doing a bit of research into Hitler and his start and the truth about his origins and about what he was doing during the Nazi Party and the lead up to World War II, I'm now 99% convinced that all this bullshit that was told during the war and afterwards is just Allied propaganda, because they did the same thing during World War I. The babies on bayonets, all the Belgium lynching and all that stuff. So who's to say that World War II doesn't have all the same stuff attached to it?
Of course it does. It always does. You will always get propaganda from the other side or whatever. So you can only take half of it. But when I say things like book burning, that is apparently what they did. And that's exactly what's going on when they delete someone on YouTube, because there's no free speech.
Oh, no.
We are in a post-free speech society.
Yeah.
Without question.
And I've actually mentioned that a couple of them on Discord, because to a few people in some servers, and their response baffled me. They said, "Well, I guess it's not free to live in America, is it?" And this man lives in America too, and he's like, he's basically trying to say, "Oh, it's perfectly fine that we don't have free speech because, hey, at least we're not on the battlefield dying."
Yeah.
It's like you said. It's like you said before. Some people are just not gonna wake up.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of people who it doesn't matter what you do or what is done to them, as long as it's a perceived authority that's doing it to them, they'll let it happen.
Yep.
And
exactly.
I honestly don't think there is any point where they would go, "Hang on a minute, something not right." I really, really don't. I think they will just, like lemmings, just jump off a cliff.
Exactly. And the thing is, I don't even hate them for it. I honestly feel sorry for them for it, because it's not their fault. The indoctrination is like, because the people that control the government, they have centuries of psychological practice under their belts. They know how to control the human mind.
Oh, of course they do. I mean, if you've not watched Century of the Self, or even just the first part of it, I highly recommend it, because it just explains how we all became consumers and how we all just follow what's going on like a nodding dog.
Yep, started in the 1920s.
Consume, and it's alarming. When you sit and watch it, and it's telling you about how Bernays did stuff and how people were convinced of stuff, and it doesn't matter what walk of life. What can I think of? Reagan. The first thing that Reagan passed as a law was allowing aspartame into food, because his mates owned the aspartame companies, apparently. So the very, very first law that he signed in was that they could put aspartame in food in America.
Wow.
It's always jobs for the boys. Yeah, that's what it always is.
Yeah, and It reminds me of Lyndon Johnson. One of the first things that he did when he got into office was passing the Multiculturalism Act, which I'm now entirely against the idea of multiculturalism, because all it does is it kills genetic races. Like look at Germany, for example. Like I bring this up a lot. I have nothing against Diddy if he has, for positive things he says about Germany because he lives in it. But to me, the country post World War II has just become more of a satellite country than anything else. If you look at it, they've even mainstream sources have said that soon ethnic Germans will be a minority in their own country.
Yeah, because
of multiculturalism.
Yeah,
and this is going to sound controversial, but I personally think that a lot of that comes down to Jewish ideals and ideologies, especially in Israel, like from the Talmud, if I think I pronounced it right.
Well,
yeah,
we had David Cameron, and he said that he was completely committed to Israel.
Of course, Trump is the same thing. Trump always bends over backwards for Netanyahu over and over again, which makes me wonder, how can you trust Trump? Like, there are people who still want to praise him even now. It's like, how are you going to praise a man who constantly bends over backwards for Israel? Not to mention all the Goldman Sachs people he brought into his cabinet intentionally. Yeah. Like, he has more Goldman Sachs members in his cabinet than almost any other president I can think of.
Especially when our queen's real name is Sachs Coburg Gotha.
Exactly.
So, excuse me, I wonder if she's ringing me. I've got Bex on the phone. I'm going to take this live. Hang on a minute. Hello. Yeah, if you click onto Raconteurs News, you're live. Everybody can hear you. You're live.
Please do not swear.
No, Bex, you really are live. You can't be walking the dog. You're absolutely live on air now. So, yes, I'm fine. I've got to go because I'm on. All right.
Okay. All right. Speak to you later.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
That is Bex of Bex and Karen, and I want to get her back on certainly next few days, because there's a lot floating around here, Taylor, about how people are going to get lots of free money. And the reason I'm shaking my head is because people really believe they're going to get some free money, and it's really not going to cost them anything. And I despair. But anyway, Bex has been doing an awful lot of work on what and how much the self-employed are going to get, what and how much money people who are earning. But one thing I did hear the other day that actually made me chuckle, and it's something I know absolutely nothing about. Footballers, Jason, apparently applying to the government for 80% of their wages.
Don't surprise me. Of course not. Yeah, the people that work at the ground, the people that keep the ground, and the supporters, the club running, they're all fucking laid off with no money.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's ridiculous. But the thing is that now is that in France, the French broadcaster that had the deal with the league in France has said they're not going to be paying the $100 million euro in. They're not going to be paying the $100 million euro installment because they've not had no product. And the same's happening here with Sky. Sky is saying that Sky owe the Premier League, according to the contract, £750 million. There's that payment that's outstanding. Now, the Sky won't pay it because they've not had a product to sell.
Yeah,
it's because they've not had, their channels have been worthless. We haven't any football on; they've been completely worthless.
Yeah.
So, the one good thing that might come out of all this is that football goes completely fucking bankrupt and they start again from scratch. In fact, they'll lot everything fucking. Everybody has to start from scratch, and people use technology to help each other rather than to fucking overpower each other. And this 5G shit, fucking, I'm not sold on it. I'm just not sold on it. That's all. On it and this coronavirus and the similarities. I don't know. But anyway, football's fucked. It's done. It's finished. As we know it, it's done.
Yeah.
It had to. At some point, it had to. Everybody knew that at some point it would be it's a go. To get to a point where the bubble had burst. They couldn't afford to carry on anymore. And that's what's happened.
Yeah. And I think the thing with it is, that's just an example of how the actual economy is completely and utterly fucking upside down, and people don't even realise what it is. And you've certainly had people complaining about how much people get paid in the football industry. And they'll now all be going, oh, yeah, well, they'll not be getting paid that now, will they? Well, no, the government will pay them their 80%. But they'll all be there saying that, and then not realising how their fucking financial world is just about to fucking fall around their ears.
But they're already there, though, aren't they? The ones that are already there, they're already there. They've got enough.
Yeah,
they're not going to suffer. It's who's going to suffer is the people that work in, the people at the big clubs, the Man Cities, the Liverpools, where the players get paid the most money. It's the people that go in and running chip bar, works in somewhere in catering or somewhere. Who's been there for years.
Yeah,
Woman who washes kit or whatever they have these days. I don't know, but that's who's going to be affected by this. Footballers might have to earn a decent living rather than an extortionate living. That might have to be next step for them. I mean, who knows?
What's happening in the States, Taylor? I mean, you've got an awful lot more channels than we have, although we can actually get most of them now over here if we have the right TV package or choose to look on the internet. But I mean, virtually all sport over here stopped. Apparently, there are some a European company that is still doing football or whatever. Don't know. What's it like over there?
It's pretty much the same, honestly. A lot of the sports events, including the Olympics, have been postponed or flat out canceled because of the coronavirus. And you even have because my parents always have the news on, CNN especially. There's one of its programmers actually have to actually quote unquote staying home while broadcasting, even though like I said, it could just be a green screen.
Yeah.
And they're constantly giving the sob stories of oh my god, this guy, he died, and he gave his doctors are giving their lives to save these people, so you need to do exactly as the government says because we know what's best. Don't let these people die in vain. It's the sob stories. They're just so cheesy. They're so cheesy. I don't like using that word, but cheesy just is the word that comes to mind. Yeah, about sports, there are still some going on, but most of them have either been completely canceled or at the very least postponed until further notice.
I noticed the US Open tennis tournament, which doesn't even start till August. That's been cancelled as well, hasn't it?
What?
In New York, yeah.
Yep.
What the fuck?
I don't know why. It's not even starting till August. It's so stupid.
The Olympics have been cancelled. I mean,
yep.
That means the Paralympics have been cancelled, which means I'm going to have no to watch over fucking summer.
Hey, I told you before. You just got to watch some anime, man. I'm telling you. You won't regret it, man. I'm telling you.
Richard Kisner, who's watching on Facebook, he's put YouTube Barry Smith cashless society 20 years ago. Yeah, Richard, we have been talking about a cashless society for a long, long time. I know there are a lot of people that have done that. So anybody wants to have a look at that, again, it just shows you how far back this goes. We've been waiting for this. I think this is probably what we've been waiting for. When we've been talking about this stuff previously, since 2013, what it ate. I mean, something popped up on my thingy, my Facebook memories thing, and I think it was something to do with me and you going to Stoke.
Oh God, that's a while ago.
Yeah, and I think did you vomit on my breakfast?
No, you vomited on my breakfast, you bastard. If anybody would like me to recount that story, I don't mind.
I'm not bothered, mate.
It was fucking funny, even though it was my breakfast that you vomited on. So yeah, I'm happy to relay the story if you really want again, but
No, we'll Jumble sales have been cancelled according to Rumpled Foreskin. Rumpled Foreskin. No, not Jumble sales. Sales. See what I'm getting? I'm getting all like Roger Moore was arranging with his catalogue start all this.
I'm reading bits out of the chat room. We've got people saying that they've got people heart attack victims being Corona-19. As far as I'm aware, this is kind of the way the testing kit was come up with, invented, brought into being, whatever you want to say, has apparently between an 80 and 90% false positive rate. Now, the other thing is that, in other words, anything between 8 and 9 out of 10 are going to be incorrect. The other thing is they're apparently testing for coronavirus and not COVID-19. We know that coronaviruses have been around for 60, 70, 80 years. That's about how long it's been written on the back of a bottle of Dettol. But as I understand it, there are other than the false positives, if you've ever had a corona-type illness, you will have the antibodies for it. This is what I'm to believe. In which case, almost everybody would test positive. So when they're doing these tests, oh, you've got it, you've got to be quarantined. Hang on a minute, no. If I've got the antibodies, that means I can't get it, so I don't need a vaccine. But they'll just turn that totally on the head and say, look, nearly all the population's got it. We all need to be vaccinated against it. And while we're in there, we'll put a tracker in there, and we'll also put a load of other shit in your body as well to make you as dumb as fuck. And that's what's coming, and people are going to be queuing up and waiting for their... Jason, why are you nodding like a dog?
Because somebody said that they're jealous of my bifter, so I'm nodding at them. I
thought you turned into one of them dogs that sits on the back shelf of a Ford Escort and does that.
No, mate, no.
Unless it's a woman driver and it does that. Sorry, that was an old gag.
It was almost as old as you.
It was. So yeah, but they can skew these figures how they like, because 1,400 people apparently on average a day die in this country of everything. Just things that people die of. Car accidents, old age, heart attacks, stroke, whatever. And so apparently, most people have got these antibodies in them, so you're all going to test positive. So what they can either say is, oh, look, he died of coronavirus. They're never saying COVID-19, because actually they can't test for it. So,
And you can't catch a virus.
Apparently not. But I'm not a medical expert. But apparently
it's
not.
Probably where it's probably where I'd Shield Destroyer says the virus cannot survive outside of a body. I don't know about that. I don't know whether that's right. It must be able to survive for a certain amount of time. for all the fucking major shit that we've had to fucking do. I mean, I had my nurse yesterday who came to do my bandage, who'd been off and had coronavirus, and now we're back at work. You know, and a bit. What? Oh no, I'm all right now. I'm back. It didn't hurt me that much. I didn't get it that bad. My husband, though, he's still got it. You know, this woman's coming to do me bandage, which is no small thing, as you know.
No, your bandage could never be described as small.
That's correct. In fact, nothing on me could ever be described as small, apart from
your penile dementia.
No, me ego.
Oh.
Alice put chicken pox is a virus. Yep. And also Graham Roberts has put COVID-19 Liverpool 18. and anybody who knows football, that's the amount. That's the how many titles Liverpool have won. They've won 18, but the team that has won most is Manchester United, who've won 19. So that was a little football thing. You won't get that at all, dear Deirdre. I've been watching your show today. Aid. Well, you say something.
No, I was just going to say, you know, they're talking about it was Alex Ferguson that's done this. Then he's fucking come back to haunt us, hasn't he, bastard?
Well, it's not haunting me. I'm not a fucking Liverpool fan. You know, I wouldn't have minded seeing them win league, but you know, I'm not a Liverpool fan. We were having a fucking shit season. Fucking Super League. It's all to be.
I'm pissed off because my team they just won the Challenge Cup, and it was then going to be a battle for the league, and you know, and I don't think we'd have won it. We've been top of the league nearly all season, but played more games, so you know, always going to.
Well, I would have thought that a virus wouldn't be able to live in a fucking refrigerated area, which is
exactly in a fucking ice rink. Yeah.
Mm.
I know. But you know, they're already cancelling all these things in August, September, like the Edinburgh Fringe and all the rest of it. When does the football season start again?
August.
There you go. Does that mean they're going to start playing games behind closed doors? Does it mean that you can only tackle from 2 meters away? I know what they're fucking bringing back Sabutio, aren't they?
I don't know when they think that they're going to start the football season again, but I mean, it's just it's done, isn't it? It's fucking done. We've lost everything. Mm. You might as well. This year's been cancelled.
Yeah,
hasn't it? The whole fucking lottery, it's been cancelled. So they might as well think, right, we'll fuck this up anyway. We might as well leave them in quarantine until fucking Christmas. We'll have a Corona Christmas where certain businesses, small businesses, can enter a lottery to be able to open over the Christmas period. You know, just to satisfy the demand of people that don't want to buy all the Christmas presents from Asda and B&M bargains. So, you know, a Corona Christmas has got a bit of a ring to it, hasn't it?
See, my brother will be loving this because it'll be a good excuse for him to buy the usual shit presents that he normally buys. Because he'll say, oh, well, there's only the petrol stations and Asda's open.
Yeah, exactly.
So he'll actually have a good reason for buying shit presents.
Listen, if we're gonna stop shit like fucking, if we're gonna stop shit like, you know, Easter's fucked, isn't it?
Oh, can you imagine? I mean, as I understand it, they order Easter eggs in. I think it's kind of before they've even got the Christmas stock in. You know, and at Easter they're ordering. In the middle of summer they're ordering chocolates and that for Christmas. So I know it's it's all pre-order. Fucking me, if you were Cadbury's, you'd be shitting yourself right now, wouldn't you?
Well, I don't know. I mean, would you?
Well, I think in order to get paid,
I mean, they're going to get off a lot lighter than a lot of companies because they sell their products in places that are going to be open, right? That's the thing. Is you need to get your product. If you've got a product, you need to get it into a place that's open at the moment, don't you?
Yeah.
And so the companies won't. They'll be taking a much less hit than a lot of fucking people. I mean, you've got to think about summer's coming up. Alton Towers, you know, I know it's only a shitty little fucking theme park, but it probably employs 300 seasonal staff. They're not going to get their fucking gig this year.
That's right.
You know, they're going to have to find something else to do, aren't they? Which means they're probably going to over to North Wales and go on rob on fucking caravan sites in real.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's so many different knock-on effects, and you just can't work. You can't comprehend the amount that it is going to have.
Yeah.
The impact the amount of impact that it's going to have on these businesses that rely on certain things, rely on seasonal things. Your season's just been took away from you. Skeggy, your season's just gone. What's that? Is that your mum hoovering up? Fucking hell.
No,
Taylor,
no.
Is that your mum?
No. That's a garbage truck outside.
Oh, is it? Okay.
All we can see is you in the bottom corner, and the wall.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
Sorry, my lower back is bothering me.
Well, just move your camera or whatever, but we could just see these glasses sticking up. There you go. Actually, it was fucking worse. Oh, God.
Oh, is it on my glasses?
I'm not mentioning your glasses ever again, I promise.
Apple Charlotte's put at people, I remember having a rash and symptoms when I was 10, so very young. The GP said it was shingles, so but he didn't have time to fix them. So she's probably had them for life.
Okay.
Yeah, freaking.
Come on, baby, for fuck's sake.
What?
He's not going to have time to fix the shingles. What is wrong with you? Stop trying to look for pictures.
I'm not. I got the gag. It was a music gag.
Yeah, but you didn't. You just sat there, didn't you? Oh, you know, you are the
Come
living
on,
end.
Shaking fucking Stevens, I know.
Yeah, you know now, and I've pointed it out to you. But
Well, I knew
you weren't
anyway.
paying attention before, were you?
I've
You weren't
told
paying
you.
attention.
Between me, you, and all the rest of my mates, we know everything there is to know about fuck all.
See, what's that? What does that even mean? It's no response. Why do you keep looking off to the left?
I'm not. I'm reading the chat room. My camera's there. You're there. Hang on, I can't even get my finger. So I'm looking at you now. Now I'm looking at the camera, and now I'm looking at the chat room.
Right. Well, can we always have you looking at the camera, please?
Probably not. It's weird.
John, does you sound like a married couple?
Oh, dear me.
Okay.
Fucking hellfire. If only you know. You two sound like a married couple, says John Smith. And you sound like you've got the most fucking common name in the entire world. Well, in this country anyway. I mean, Juan or whatever they fucking call it in Spanish, probably a bit more of them, won't there?
Hey,
There's
see,
no
John
Spanish.
Smith, you can't get pissed on John Smith. It can't get to your legs. Can't get past your fucking arse because it gives you the shits.
John Smith's?
Yeah.
I've never
Stone's beer makes me sneeze. Don't get that at all, but it does. Don't know why.
Still not as bad as Bob the Builder.
I think just getting back to this corona shit, right? The one thing that we're all getting hung up on and that nobody's really sure of because none of us are medically trained is, can you catch it or can't you catch it?
Personally, I think that we're all probably more medically trained than most freaking doctors, considering all they do is read their books and then just do what they're told. They're no better than teachers.
Yeah, and it's like my mate in Sweden. I mean, he literally, and I'm not kidding. He told me that he'd done his research on David Icke and he talks complete shit. Okay, so he doesn't believe anything at all he says. Well, I don't disbelieve everything that the BBC say, but most of it. I'm sure there's some truth in there somewhere. But it doesn't mean to say I believe that everything that David Icke says is true, because it's, in my mind, it's not. But then again, everything Jason says in my mind isn't true. Not how I see the world, because we're never going to always agree. But when you get a mate like mine in Sweden who is so fucking indoctrinated, he honestly believes and loves paying his taxes because of what he gets from his government, including the money that they give to whoever they give it to buy bombs with to drop on little brown kids. He even enjoys that bit. And that Wikipedia is now so good it is 100% accurate. And he actually believes it. He genuinely believes it. And he no longer answers my text messages from when I'm sending him stuff and pointing stuff out to him. And that's how good the indoctrination is. That's what it is. It's a fucking mind program.
And he doesn't answer your text?
No, he don't even answer me text now. If I send him any information or just, have a look at this or what. He don't even...
You should say to him, you should send him one and say, I wish you'd answered me text another fucking month I sent you that you ignored. Fucking hell, I was just about to give you a tip on buying some fucking Andrex.
I mean, I deal with a bunch of idiots myself, especially if you're talking around people that are barely even out of high school. Say, for example, if you go, this is obvious. So, people on YouTube, you go in the comment section on YouTube, and say if you go on a 9/11 video or COVID-19 video, JFK video, whatever, you get the people in the comment section who are 100% indoctrinated, and once in a while, I know it's stupid of me to do this, but once in a while, I actually go in the comment section and say, "You all are fucking idiots." Well, I mean, I don't say it like that, but I try my best to try to be like, "Hey guys,
Taylor, last night when they were all stood at 8 o'clock, I could hear this noise. What the fuck's that? And I went out and they're all... And I waited for them to finish and I just shouted, "You're all mentally fucking ill." Because I really believe they are. They're mentally fucking ill.
I can understand that. But honestly, yeah, that's what they are. I mean, I don't blame you for saying that. It's freaking... It shows that you're willing, that you have the courage to stand up and speak what's on your mind, rather than just being a freaking a puppet who just shuts up and never says anything that's out of line.
I mean, my son over the past few weeks has really, really, really woken up. Fucking hell. I mean, he's saying stuff to me, and I'm thinking, fucking hell, I didn't realise he was that far down the road. I mean, really, some stuff. Fractional reserve lending, fuck me, that's gone. It did that ages ago, steaming ahead, almost any subject, and he'll go, "Yeah, but Dad, that can't be right because." Fuck me, you're starting to think like me, son, And the only good thing is, how long have I been thinking like this, Jason? About 9 or 10 years, Jason?
What's it?
Jason?
Goodbye.
That's why I said, me and your son would get along. We get along, and no, not the fucking creepy way that you mentioned last time. No, not that creepy shit.
It's Jace. How long is it since you gave me the kick up the arse and I finally fucking woke up? How long ago do you reckon?
Oh, fucking hell, man. Well, I'd say about 20. Well, we were doing Friends of UK column in 2013.
It's good. So I've been on my own here 3 or 4 years nearly, and I was with Caroline 5 years, so that's 9, and it started. So it's about 9 or 10 years, which compared to a lot of people ain't long. There's people been such as yourself, Jason, can realise what was going on a lot long ago than I did. Which is why when you get Lobby Gobbler, who was on Jimmy with Webby last night, he's obviously been into this stuff for a long time, but he kind of sits on the fence. You know, he's still very statist in one mind, but very.
I think the problem was with Jim is that he had been very single issue. You know, his awakening was to a single issue rather than to everything that were going on around that issue. So, you know, because it was there right on the ball with the money situation and all that sort of stuff, weren't it?
But then it don't connect into the rest of. But you know, but unlike Jimmy, my son, I say he's really, really, really come alive with this. But you know. He's been trying to earn a living, but can't. He's been trying to sort his missus out of the hospital. Can't even buy some fucking PJs. He can't visit her in hospital because they won't let him. And he can't even get in a fucking supermarket to see if they've got stuff on the shelf. You know, it's... And I don't know if you've noticed when you do manage to get in a supermarket, all of the own brand stuff has gone. There are no 2-for-1 deals or anything like that anymore. There's nothing marked down in price. There's nothing. Oh, actually, I'm telling a lie. This was. But there's very little, you know, rollback or whatever they want to call it. So when you do manage to go get your shopping, it's a lot more expensive than you'd normally pay. Plus, like a lot of people, when I do my shopping every week, I go to a particular cheap branded food store for fresh food. Other stuff I go to a different shop for. Well, now, because it's cheaper. Well, now I don't do that. I end up going to one shop for it all so that I can get it all in one place so that I've only got to stand in one fucking queue, which is one of the more expensive supermarkets. So you end up spending a load more fucking money.
Yep, and it's like, how convenient is it that we have to spend more money at a time where we get less money because, you know, no jobs and economy.
Yeah.
And, you know, speaking of wasting money, my little brother, he's 19. He's just constantly be buying fucking Yu-Gi-Oh cards, like boxes that cost nearly $100, and I just want to fucking slap the shit out of him. My mom's always like, it's his money, he earned it, so he gets to spend it however he wants.
What's he saying, him? What was that?
Oh, wait, what?
Sorry, you've not done anything at all. Sorry, well, that last bit, sorry. Keep going.
Oh, this, you know.
Your brother.
Yeah.
Your brother. He spends his money on what he wants,
and fair enough. You know, if he works, earns the money, that's fair enough. But if he's doing stupid shit like spending $100 on a box of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I can't help it, I can't help but say something. It's like, you know, if I was in his position, you know, if I had, you know, if I was earning money. Fuck me, I would be freaking saving that, especially now. I wouldn't be wasting it on needless stuff for no reason, especially pieces of fucking paper. Especially when you can play Yu-Gi-Oh online for free without having to pay anything or sign up for anything. And he even does that, and yet he's still paying for Yu-Gi-Oh cards just because he wants to play with his mate. It's just fuck. I don't know. He doesn't. My little brother doesn't listen to me on anything. Like, he always he thinks I just talk a bunch of nonsense. Like, he doesn't take me seriously.
Yeah, neither do we. No, we do, and it's good to get a picture from. Well, I'm going to say the States, but you're in a bit of a state, aren't you? Really?
Well, I mean, I'm definitely not the most knowledgeable person in America, but hey, it's better than but since I'm probably the only American in the chat, I'm probably the best, probably the most knowledgeable person there. I mean, maybe. It's hard to say because, of course, you guys always, look up stuff from America too, like whatever stupid nonsense Trump says. I always say Trump and Boris probably get together every other night and probably probably have some of that freaking, not so fun time because they're.
I think they just get their as Mark Shieldestroy would say, they just get their lines every morning.
Oh, yeah.
And I really do believe it's like that, I really do.
Wow. Why does everyone in the chat want to talk about me getting laid? Like, God damn it, guys.
Because you didn't yet.
I swear it's Apple. Her freaking talk about sex and stuff is spread to everyone.
Well.
Oh, don't start naming names and being like that, shall we not? Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, well, I didn't mean it like I was joking. But
well, somebody just sent me a message saying that it looked like I was talking to a fat lesbian in jail.
Hey, if that's what you see me as, then you know what? I'm not going to argue with that because everyone has their own.
I'm messing it with me. We're joking, mate. We're joking. Don't take everything to heart. In fact, don't take anything to heart.
Nothing
at all. Even
less than nothing.
Like you, especially when we say we like you. Don't take that to heart.
Oh, real quick. Also, can I just say this? Bright, I've told you a million times. Why do you constantly freaking put random ass letters in the chat? This is why people like Apple freaking put you on timeout. You can't be spamming like that.
What are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about
Bright 77.
Yeah, that's none of your business. Bright 77. That's none of your business. Just let Bright 77 put whatever they want in, and then the people in the chat will know what Bright 77's situation is, and they will deal with the Bright 77.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get
as they see fit. So I don't. Yeah. Okay, there may be a reason for that. I mean, you've not thought of that, have you, Deirdre?
Yeah, I'm just trying to give him advice.
You've got over your fucking eyes. They're the eyes that cannot see. You're supposed to have 20/20 vision now, man.
Oh no, my vision is horrible. Even with glasses on, I still have a hard time seeing stuff. Like say for example, I'm on one side of the room right here, and then I'm looking at my TV, and if I see like small words on the TV, I can't read them. It's too small. And the eye doctor says that my vision's just fine with my glasses on. So
yeah, but that's like saying that Jason's leg's fine as long as he's got his fucking false one on. Isn't it really?
Yeah.
Oh God, you know what? Do you know how much dust I'm gonna have to take off that fucker when I put it on again? Fucking hell, I'm gonna have to fucking oil my knee.
I know.
It's gonna be brilliant.
What's that background you've got, Jason? I quite like that. It looks like you've got your head in a tunnel and you're disappearing.
I'm on a space station. You see this all behind me? This is a flat Earth.
A post-apocalyptic thing.
Well, everything's post-apocalyptic because the apocalypse has happened, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It sounds like something. It's got to be something Greek, hasn't it? Apocalypse has got to be a word, that derivates from Greek. Because it's a you can't just say that. Post-apocalyptic. Well, everything seems to be post-apocalyptic these days anyway. So even reality now.
To be honest, I thought your picture was something out of Star Wars. That's the first thing that came to my mind.
Well, of course it is. I mean, for fuck's sake.
Especially with the new movie that just came out, which was utter shit, by the way.
Yeah, it's kind of run its course on it. I mean, I've never really been a Star Wars fan. I went to watch the first one, and I kind of walked out thinking, I don't get it.
You mean the 1977 version?
Yeah.
It's definitely overrated. I think as a franchise, it has its good points, but it has not aged well. Especially with Disney's freaking like the way that they just keep milking it. Like, oh, every year we need a new movie, we need a new TV series, we need a new game, we need all this stuff, and I'm like, damn, even George Lucas and Lucasfilms didn't freaking milk it this much.
We need a new Lego character.
Yeah, more Lego games, more Lego movies, or Angry Birds. That's another one.
Oh yeah, well, that's usually people that Ada don't fucking pay.
Yeah. Listen, I had some other bits I wanted to say as well. Hang on a minute. Paying for your own imprisonment. Yeah, we kind of got that. That was kind of. What was it the other thing?
Someone's put in chat room. Adrian Chatwind has put in the chat room. Insulting a guest like this is very bad. I hope the guest doesn't give up. Now I know the guest won't give up because he's a Raconteurs news man, and we've had him on many times, and there's been times when we've timed out and not had him on for reasons of his for certain reasons. We've not been.
What, you mean because he was a boring twat one night, so we fucked him off?
Yeah, well, yeah. He's not going to get it up because he's not. Because we brought this lad to where he is now, right? And we're not pulling him down. We're just having banter with him. This is what we call banter. We're trying to introduce him to English banter. So honestly, there's I'm not dissing this guest at all. Apart from his glasses. I mean, for fuck's sake.
I can understand that. I mean, I feel like you guys are some of the nicest people I've ever met.
Fucking hell! You want to see most of the people here? They're a lot nicer than me.
I mean, most of the people I've met have been a bunch of dicks. So.
Well, we've almost been on for 2 hours, and I think we're just about done, aren't we? We've done an hour and 56 minutes. Is there all you want to get in there or what, Ada?
No, I think we should ask Taylor what else has not been covered from a US point of view.
Well, first of all, I will about Trump. This is I'm going to give a personal opinion about Trump. It's that he's been saying stuff like the virus is a hoax and it's basically overhyped and all that. And the reason why I think he's saying stuff like that, stuff that we would say, is because a lot of people hate Trump, and when they look at him, anything that he says, people are going to think the opposite. So if you see him saying stuff like that, it's going to give them more of an excuse to say you conspiracy theorists are just stupid, just like Trump. Yeah.
Do you think this has fucked up Trump? Do you think he's done?
No, there hasn't been any one-term president since George H.W. Bush in 1993. So 1991, I think. So the odds of Trump being a one-term president is very low, in my opinion. I mean, you never know. They might put fucking Joe Biden in. He seems to be the popular candidate at the moment.
It's not going to be Bernie, is it?
No, definitely not Bernie. And Mike Bloomberg's already apparently freaking sawed it off. So, and the funny thing is, before he did a couple weeks ago, YouTube was just full of advertisements. Like every video I click on, almost every video would be that same stupid Mike Bloomberg advertisement. Like, oh, Trump got us into this situation. Bloomberg will get us out. And now it's all gone. And it's funny because like a lot of people like to praise Bernie and say that he's on our side. I don't know anyone can say that any politician from this day and age is on our side. Like there have been a few in the past, but their lives have not ended very well. Yeah. And I'm not just talking about JFK. There have been others as well.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think we've outstayed our welcome. In fact, I've outstayed my welcome from my body clock, so I'm rather knackered. So I'm going to wrap this up. But thank you very much, Taylor, for joining us tonight. And listen, we take piss out of your glasses and we mean every single fucking word of it. You just don't know who Deirdre Barlow is, which means you sort of get away with it.
I did think of another one as well. Mrs., not Mr., Mrs. Magoo.
Oh, I don't even know who that is, but then again, that's my ignorance speaking.
Mr. Magoo, yeah, we'll have a good look at that. Anyway, listen, everybody, thanks for joining us. Thanks to AD for presenting as normal, as usual, with me, and thanks for Taylor coming on and giving us a decent insight into everything. And he's got his own shows going on, so have a look out for that. I'm sure. Tell us about where people can find your show, Taylor. Taylor.
Well, at least you're not saying my last name, because I know you probably can't pronounce that one.
Go on then, tell us what your full name is.
Taylor Joseph Buehmeler.
Buehmeler. So it's like Buehmeler's Day Off, but with an M in it.
Yeah,
pretty much. It's spelled Beumeler. That's how you spell it.
Yeah, but we don't care, so just tell us where we can find you.
Basically, well, my YouTube channel, I try to stream ever since I got a laptop recently. I've been trying to stream more and more, although I've been getting mixed feedback from what I've been doing, because lately I've just been doing I'm not gonna try to sugarcoat it, lazy content, honestly. Just putting on documentaries, and there have been some people like Taz who have told me, giving me advice saying that I probably shouldn't do that. And I can understand that. The reason why that I've been doing sort of reaction content is because whenever I try to talk to myself on camera without anything else, I just don't know what to say. I end up just pausing for several minutes at a time, and I won't know what to say, and trying to keep on a long show. I don't know, maybe it's just my inexperience.
No, it's not. It's if I've got Jason there, well, it's not, he's really there, but anyway. If Jason's there, I can sit and talk to him, even though he might not say anything for 20 minutes. But the minute he puts his thing on and goes and gets something or whatever, even though I know he's just sat behind that camera, he just happens to have switched his camera off, you stop talking to him because mentally he's not there anymore. So if you're literally talking to a wall, talking to a camera without any kind of auto cue or notes or whatever, it's not going to flow.
Yeah,
that's why it works better if you've got two people, a guest or two presenters or whatever.
Yeah, I'm always open for any guest. I don't care who it is.
Listen, you're a young dude, right? You've started off, and you've done a few shows. You're on by yourself. And we've been on them, and we will come on again. I mean, just things are just so busy at the moment. It's just difficult for us to commit to any sort of date all the time. And I don't mean busy like we've got to go out and do things. It's just that every day there's new things, so we're having to do new broadcasts. So we wish we will come on your shows once all this nonsense is done with, and you just keep at it, mate, because that's all you can do. I mean, nobody watched us at first. Nobody watches us now, really. But the people that watch us now are far outweigh the nobodies that watched us before.
I think the good thing about Taylor is that, how old are you, Taylor?
26, just turned 26 last a couple weeks ago.
Taylor the Virgin Buehmeler. Taylor the Virgin Joseph Buehmeler. Is that age, and yet he's actually got a pretty good idea about what's going on. So he's a lot better than half of the fucking maggots that live on the same street, let alone in the same country. And I've travelled extensively across that country, not met everybody, clearly. Yeah. But all the time I've spent in the States, I only met probably 1.5 more people who were anything like awake. So actually, I take my hat off to you, Taylor. I really do. But all we try and do here is give a platform to people. But more than that, to ourselves as well, because if we didn't have somewhere to rant, we'd go fucking mental. And that's what we try to do by having the chat room and whatever, so that other people can vent their spleens as well. But there does come a point where there's that much. You got it where you got to switch off. But anyway, no, don't. But you're right. Anyway, look, shitloads to talk about in the next few days, I'm sure. Taylor, tell everybody where we can find you. Tell us now.
On my channel, I try to stream from StreamYard whenever I can. I don't really. The best way to know is just, I guess, basically, the only, like, legitimately the only way I can think of, because I don't really do much social media, and in the ones I do have, I don't know any of you. I don't know any of the guys in any of your guys' contact info, like, say, for Discord or Skype or any of that. So most of the time I just say, just like subscribe, hit the notification bell.
What, we on YouTube, you mean?
Yeah, on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube.
I use StreamYard because YouTube won't let me stream from it directly.
Right. Okay.
Right, we're going. That's it.
Taylor, thank you.
You two keep keeping us fucking awake. It's like, Taylor, Aaron, just one more thing. He's like Bastard Columbo. So we're not even letting that even to start to happen.
I used to call my ex-mother-in-law Columbo, because just as you were about to go, hey, can you? Oh, fucking again? Really? Anyway, carry on.
Anyway, we're going to go. Cheers to thanks to Taylor for coming on. Thanks to you, AD, for co-hosting with me and really picking up Raconteurs news after we'd lost Andy.
Yeah.
And I went very well and things, and so really picking us up and putting us where we are now, really. Well, obviously it's my talent, but it's your
No. It's my talent and your good looks, or is it your good looks and my talent?
Oh, well, we'll just say a mixture of both. Anyway, we'll see everybody soon. We'll definitely be back Monday and Tuesday. We'll probably be doing some over weekend. So don't wait. There you go. I've got one leg and he's got a fucking eyeglass.
Sorry, that was